Make sure you tap that bell so you never miss a video. So, word on the Call of Duty streets is that by the end of November, there's going to be a huge overhaul. Minimaps returning to normal, bringing the red dots back for all you kitty cats out there that like to just chase red dots. There's a big overhaul coming. This is courtesy of the Gaming Revolution. A lot of the stuff this guy has said has actually turned out to be true, and people are starting to report that there is going to be a huge overhaul coming. Infinity Ward is bending the knee to the casuals, and it's a little bit unfortunate to see. And this is coming from somebody who doesn't play the more recent Call of Duties with the jetpacks and the jumping around and the ADD riddled or sprinting around corners, shooting, and just overall fast-paced Call of Duties. I grew up playing Modern Warfare 2, Ghost Recon, Insurgency. I'm coming from a more tactical, a more patient play style background. A lot of people think that that's boring, but I just think it's two different pacings. I personally like taking things slow, angling my corners, making sure I'm not getting shot from 8 different directions. I watched guys like Censor go through and play this game and do live commentaries complaining about the fact that he can't just look at the minimap, find red dots, and go kill them.
I just want to be able to get into a pub, read my minimap, see where a red dot is, go shoot them, and get kill streaks. And I feel like the way that this game is structured, the fact that you can't have an HUD and you can't see red dots where people are at, makes it extremely frustrating as a player. Like, I could barely see this guy's head. Like, thank God I have LASIK eye surgery. I can't even see him.
And it's just, to me, it's, from a pro player perspective, it's a little bit pathetic, because I watched it go from Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3 to this jetpack boosting people, and people adjusted then. And I remember back in the pro scene when the jetpack started to become a thing, people were complaining. I think I remember seeing Nadeshot do a video to where they're used to being able to watch a side, and then if somebody can boost jump over, now they have to adjust verticality on the fly, and they're playing a more reactionary style Call of Duty. And it's just, I don't know, it's tough to get used to, and blah 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 blah. And it was a problem then, but everybody adjusted and everybody was fine for years. And now you see Infinity Ward taking it back to that boots on the ground, literal boots on the ground, where there are a bunch of windows and a bunch of different angles to get shot from in buildings. If you're running out in the middle of the street, you have to use smokes. I saw people on Twitter last night talking about the fact that they don't want to use smoke grenades. They shouldn't have to switch up their play style and use smoke grenades. And I just think this whole thing is fucking ridiculous. Now, I grew up watching my favorite franchises change in ways that basically alienated the core gamer, but didn't do enough to reach out to other broader audiences. Games like SOCOM, when I watched move from SOCOM 2 to SOCOM 3, they made it so much bigger, tried to expand and grab that Battlefield audience, but what they did was fail to grab the Battlefield audience and then alienated the players that were there in the first place for a different experience. What this game is doing is reaching out to that audience of people like myself who haven't wanted, not haven't been able to play, but haven't wanted to play a Call of Duty in years, because it is just that ADD, sprinting without a care in the world, hashtag pub stomping noobs and TDM fucking gameplay that we just never got into. That's not why we played Call of Duty back in the day. So what they did was, now they're trying to appease everybody. They have hardcore playlists, they have regular core playlists, and the game itself is built around that idea that guns are more lethal, the time to kill is low. And I'm seeing some people saying things like, this isn't a milsim, it's a fucking arcade run and gun shooter. Just because you have a low time to kill doesn't make it a fucking milsim. But I'm seeing this, and I'm seeing all of it's a war. It is a war in the comments. If you like the game, you are a literal camper, according to the other side. And if you enjoy the game and somebody's shitting on you, well, those people are just ADD riddled. Look, the game is built the way the game is built. And I don't want to see Infinity Ward making huge changes, The minimap is something that I think I can live with. If they bring it back, whatever, it is what it is. If I start seeing things like time to kill being changed, if I start seeing things like player movement being changed, whether it's faster, slower, whatever, I purchased the game based on what I played in the beta, and I want to make sure that this game fucking stays that way. Because if you start making rapid changes now and make a huge overhaul where time to kill, player movement, map design, and all of this stuff is changed, then I am technically purchasing a game that I didn't want to purchase, right? If you overhaul everything now, I have a game that isn't the same as when I bought it a month ago. And that's going to be a fucking huge problem. And now you are going to try and alienate the people like myself who have come back into the fray and are enjoying a Call of Duty for the first time in a long time. And here's the thing, dude. I'm saying this, and I know there's going to be people that are like, well, fuck it. Well, who cares? Who cares about you? Okay? I like chasing red dots on minimaps. Well, it's a war right now, and it's actually fucking sickening to see. I enjoy the game. I think the game is solid. I think people complaining about map design are just absolute fucking trash players. I watched a video on Reddit of some dude saying, the Call of Duty summed up in a nutshell. And I just watched him sprint around corners and got killed. And then he ran to the same place again, sprinted around the corner, didn't even check the corner, got killed again. And then somebody spawned on him and he got killed a third time. I play objective-based game modes. I don't want to see anything changed with search and destroy, cyber attack, hardcore playlist. I don't want to see anything changed with player movement, time to kill. I don't want to see map design change moving forward. I like the way you guys are designing the maps right now. They are built for objective-based gameplay. If you're playing TDM, I feel for you. I've seen the spawns. The spawns are fucking garbage. There are problems with this game, but a lot of people are making the problems reach out to every single branch of this game. So it makes it look like I was in an argument last night with some guy on Twitter who is literally level 103 with a 2.3 KD, and he's saying that the game is trash and the game is failing. You're level 103 after a week. The game can't be that bad. But there are real problems that I wish people would actually focus on. The fact that when we're looking at our gunsmith and the stats that they're showing just aren't accurate at all. I think Exclusive Ace, he pushed out like an attachment comparison between like all of the different attachments in terms of ADS speed, basically proving that the in-game charts for the stats were like completely false. Things like that I think need to be addressed. The absolutely abysmal spawns in TDM need to be addressed. That being said though, that's why I don't play TDM. I play fucking Cyber Attack, I play Search and Destroy, I play Headquarters, I play Domination. But TDM is just trash, and I'm seeing a lot of people posting videos from TDM, and it's like, yes, we get it. They need to be fixed. And the thing is they've always been bad. Every single Call of Duty I've ever played, even back in the day, have been trash, and it's not an excuse, but I feel like it's just something that needs to be addressed. If I start seeing overwhelming changes to the game that I purchased and the game that I enjoy, I'm going to be absolutely pissed, considering the fact that I've already paid for one style of game. You know, I did my research, I played the beta, I know what I was getting into. Maybe some of you guys should take fucking notes. I want that game. Now, if they do something to where they pull out skill-based matchmaking in core and then give us like a ranked mode, a ranked playlist, so where we can try hard and sweat, I don't have a problem with skill-based matchmaking. A lot of these people are sitting here saying man, I wish I could just come home after a day of work and pump stomp. They don't want to try hard. I had somebody comment to me saying that your brain can't play at that level for as long as we're playing the game. It just can't do it. Your brain cannot compete and try hard for 8 hours a day. And it's just like, man, you were really living up to the Call of Duty casual player name. At this point, I'm just very curious to see what Infinity Ward is going to do. Again, this is a leak, this is a rumor. We haven't heard any official word, but I am a little nervous to see what Infinity Ward is going to do. Seeing developers make rapid changes on the fly to appease and tinker, and says it's something that I have dealt with in the indie scene for too long, and I don't want to see it happen here, especially now that we have such a solid title. If they are going to do rapid changes, I just strongly urge Infinity Ward to not alienate crowds. I have seen it happen in multiple games that I have loved in the past, and I don't want to see it here. If you want to take skill-based matchmaking out, cool. Make a casual playlist, and then make a competitive playlist, and let us play over there, and then do hardcore on each, because that way you can have 2 different time to kills. You can have your hardcore time to kill and then your casual core time to kill if you want to add more health or whatever the case is, and then you can tinker with different player movements and whatever, and just have the competitive mode stay competitive mode, and then us tryhards and us sweats can go over there. And in regards to map design, I like what you guys did in the past: Modern Warfare, Backlot, Crossfire, Crash. I love those style of maps. I also like the maps that we're getting now. Piccadilly I'm starting to come around to. St. Petrograd needs a change on Search and Destroy, which I might get into in a future video, because there are some objective spawns that need to be adjusted there. But for the most part, people complaining about how many windows and buildings and angles and stuff, I like that design. I would personally prefer to keep that design there, but if you were to bring maps like Crossfire or designed like Crossfire and Backlot, the 3-lane, goddamn, God forbid we change anything about Call of Duty in the last 8 years, whatever. But if I see this shit turned into Call of Duty sprint around the corner warfare, I'm gonna be super disappointed. My name is Bigfry. Let me know what you guys think down below. I don't even think I'm reading the comments on this one. You guys can leave it. It's gonna be a goddamn nightmare down there. If you guys enjoy the content, like the video. If you hate this video, I know you've already probably disliked it based on the title alone. Appreciate you. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.